Peace be with you all.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Explaining Warhammer to My Girlfriend. I'm your host, Ava, and joining me, as always, is my lovely significant other, Kari.
Oh, it's me.
Today, we will be discussing the Red Gobbo, the legend himself.
And why would Tzeentch choose to be named
The Red Gobbo.
the Red Gobbo? That seems a little strange. The Azure Fungi.
We're doing a Christmas episode because scheduling got messed up. Kari got COVID.
It was great. Thanks, Nurgle. I had to lie down for like a week and a half, which is why I kept like doing edited weird shorts.
Mm-hmm.
Because there was nothing else I could do.
But they all turned out great, so it was good.
You're great.
So today we're going to do our first character, big air quotes on character, focused episode, the Red Gobbo. But before we get started...
Do you guys like green gobbos? Do you guys like lots of green gobbos? What if they were nurglings? And what if they were on your pants right now? Get them while they're hot.
If you head over to orchidate.com, we have a selection of merchandise. We've got Sleepy Necron hoodies, as Kari mentioned, Nurgling sweatpants, which are by far the comfiest pants that I own. We've got a couple other items. And if you purchase over $100 on your order, you receive 15% off the entire order. That deal is going to end at the end of the year. So get your orders now.
Don't miss it. There's a ball that drops in the middle of New York if you're trying to figure out a way to tell if you missed it or not. If it's
There's
down,
a big ball.
There's no
They
more.
summon the primal. Also, if you want to help us out by supporting the show, you can head on over to patreon.com/numbskulls, where you can get access to an exclusive Discord, bloopers, behind the scenes stuff, custom art, and much, much more. That's patreon.com/numbskulls.
Sorry, I had an intrusive thought.
What's that?
So you were saying Times Square reminded you of a primal being summoned? Well, where could you do something like that? And I thought of the dome in Las Vegas, the orb or whatever it is. And I had this thought of what if you were walking along, like playing Pokemon Go, and you looked up and fucking Lugia.
Often they've been
Lugia
showing it
would
as
be
like a
better.
giant face, and like that's upsetting in and of itself, because imagine you're walking along and you just look up and there's this like giant emoji face just looking at you.
That's the gods watching. If you have a sense of where they are and they're like keeping an eye on you, they're just like in the eye. It's like that banana video I showed you with the Yiga's perspective. It's all they ever think about.
It's all they ever did. They're like, oh, it's real.
The mighty banana of the sky.
It's real.
Ugh.
My love, today we're doing a little bit of a pseudo sequel to Orcs.
Orcos. Oh.
We're going to be focusing on the goblins, the grots, the gretchins, the funny little green boys.
Little sneaky boys. Look at them.
They are very, very good. Now, in particular, we are going to be talking about the Red Gobbo.
Oh, Mariah Carey.
Not quite.
What do you mean
But-
not quite? That's why we're here. She's back, and that's all that matters.
She was summoned.
Oh, what is that? That's the wrong song.
Run away! Get away from here!
It's happening!
My love, I want to read to you something that really illustrates the plight of the Gretchen.
Okay.
Snickle slid the last few
Snickle.
meters to the fuel tank and crawled underneath. As rounds pinged off the metal above him, he proceeded exactly as the boss had told him.
Oh no.
Plant the wiry thing, press the big red button, and wait until the ticking stops. He couldn't help but
I don't
smile
want you to
to
finish
himself.
this.
He
I'm putting
couldn't
up a
help but
boundary.
smile to himself
No,
at
Ava,
a job well done.
Stop, I don't like this.
Maybe when he got back to base, they might finally be nice to him.
Why did you finish it? I don't like it.
Because the Gretchen have it rough. And this is why the revolution must happen. This is why we gotta rise up.
Why does everybody want me to have to do all the sad stuff? I've had enough sad stuff.
No, love. I'm sorry.
No. I'm not mad at you. I'm mad at the YouTube commenters who are like,
Why doesn't she like the grimdark?
I like grimdark. I just don't like hopelessness.
This is the beauty of the Red Gobbo. He inspires hope. He inspires the fire to fight back.
He's Katniss Everdeen.
Yes.
I can't whistle.
Nope.
Can you?
I can't either. Nope.
We don't have fingers, but imagine we're putting up our fingers. I know we're just heads right now. So
it's time to tell you about the legend. Now,
gather round, viewers.
Not every grot believes in the Red Gobbo. Some say that it's a myth, just rumor, nothing more than a fairy tale. But the Red Gobbo is very real. He's always there in the shadows, watching, waiting for the right moment to strike. Sometimes grots will see maybe someone skittering across wearing a red coat, often seeing that maybe they had some goggles on, maybe a custom pistol, or a slugga known to orcs.
There's just this. Whoa. This guy's Wait, where is this happening?
Just in various places throughout the galaxy. There is tales, whispers of this legendary
starting off
figure.
Like a Sherlock Holmes book.
This mysterious figure is known as the Red Gobbo.
The red one.
Sometimes he has a red cap. Wink, wink, wink. Kind of Santa Claus vibe. Sometimes he rides a squig.
Mushroom.
Sometimes he is Christmas themed, as often Games Workshop tries to...
Is the hat a squig?
No, the hat is not a squig, but he rides a squig sometimes.
I like squigs.
Squigs are good. Now, the Red Gobbo is usually a figure that rises up from a normal grot, typically one that is oppressed, which they're all oppressed, but there's one who will like rise above the others to become a sort of leader and try to bring about the revolution.
So are we talking, this is like, it's occurring over and over again in generations because society eventually falls into these patterns and somebody ends up like, becoming like some kind of a vigilante, one might say? Or are we talking like reincarnation here?
We are talking vigilante. The Red Gobbo is a title. It is not a one individual. And typically, this is a title that is passed on to other grots that are chosen. And as they talk about in some material, the mantle of the Red Gobbo cannot be denied, as stated by the Gretchin Revolutionary Committee. The committee determines who the next Red Gobbo will be, and so they take the mantle. They don the red cloak, they put on the goggles, maybe they put on the Santa hat, depending on the season. They get a custom gun, the works. And so sometimes orcs, who are particularly mean to their Gretchins, sometimes they'll be walking in their little camps and stuff, and they'll see a red star painted crudely on the wall. And this is a symbol. Not to the orcs, an orc might not even notice it, but to the Gretchins, they see that and they go...
He's an Avenger.
Gretchin will see this red star and they'll feel inspired and they'll start to want the revolution to become real.
What will the revolution that he is fighting for accomplish?
The freedom of all Gretchin kind.
And what does freedom mean? They can do whatever they want, or they're going to have a society?
They are no longer subservient to the orcs. That is the freedom that they wish to gain.
Because like the goblins.
The gobbos.
They be
little
taking
guys.
care of their little guy. Like, as much as they're abusing them, they also like feed them, right? Like, it's essentially like they're responsible for them.
No.
Oh, okay.
Orcs in their society do not care about grots. Grots, in fact, are slaves.
Oh, okay.
They're slaves.
This is less good.
They're emergency rations. They are...
So, they're having a terrible time. And this guy is like, freedom.
Yes.
He's Moses.
He is essentially Gretchin Moses. Yes, he is like rising up very secretive things.
Let's
and he's
get
just...
the animation studio on this render. Can you imagine?
Warner
Holy
Brothers, get
shit.
on this right now. Imagine. And he even has a scepter. So he's gonna like slam it in and maybe like space itself like parts so that he can let his people go across. Imagine.
What is that song that the two guys...
Let my people go?
No, you're messing with the big boys now.
Playing with the big boys.
You're playing with the big boys now.
It's two orcs. No, it's two Gretchin who are like we're okay with this because we're living on top.
Oh.
Yeah, he's Goblin Moses, and so
cool. Got it.
He's Goblin Moses. He wants to lead his people to freedom. Now, here's the
Wonderful.
thing. The galaxy's a big place.
Yeah, true.
And because it's such a big place, there might be more than one Red Gobbo at a given time.
Oh, I see.
Because it's not a person. It's a title. You are
It's like
the
an
Red
identity.
Gobbo.
Yeah.
It's an idea. You
A
can't kill an
mantle that
idea.
won.
Yes. You can't
Yeah.
kill an idea. So the Red Gobbo is forever.
Yeah.
Now, sometimes these Red Gobbo will encounter each other.
Oh.
And they'll be like,
Right.
I'm the Red Gobbo. And they'll be like, no, you're not. I'm the Red Gobbo.
I sort the presents by taste. I sort the presents by color.
You are jealous! Because you got to sort the presents last year, so it is my turn. When do we have an uprising?
So when these double Gobbos meet at one time, they have to decide who the real Red Gobbo is. And so they race
Squid Game.
squigs.
Squid Game!
They do squid games.
Oh, guys.
And they race their squigs, and whoever wins, that's the real Red Gobbo. Now, normally grots are pretty subservient. They don't really do much.
This is where they've been born. It's what they know. It's yeah.
Exactly. And so when the Red Gobbo arrives, a lot of their operations are very sneaky, very secretive, because if the orcs
spoopers.
find out, they're going to get them, right? They're just going to get them. So the revolution starts very small, but it can eventually go to such a size that they can get a lot done. Completely overtake an orc camp, an orc ship, an orc fleet. At one point, there was reports of a group of Gretchin, just regular Gretchin, who took over an imperial ship by themselves.
Sneaky little guys.
Exactly. They get a lot done when they have a leader that actually, cares about them
I
and
mean,
stuff.
we saw what the elves pulled off in Arthur Christmas. They have it organized.
It's true.
Recommend if you are looking for a great Christmas
I
movie.
didn't know it was the Cuban Missile Crisis.
Oh, he's trying his best.
Anyway, I need to say something that's going to be a little upsetting. Do you remember what I said about Gretchin back in the orc episode? How they're made of glass bones and paper skin?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oftentimes,
No.
these Red Gobbos will not live to see their revolution.
What the?
And so the mantle will be given on to someone else. Or perhaps once a Red Gobbo falls, another one will take his coat and lead on. But being Gretchin, they are very weak. And this is why it's so important to understand that the Red Gobbo is not a person, it's an idea. You can't kill the idea. It'll forever be in our hearts. And on one day, these Gretchin will rise up and they will have their freedom. And that's why I think we should vote for the Red Gobbo for War Boss.
You're saying they all have the same gear and they know it's not leveled enough.
In a sense, yes.
This is why I was saying they need someone to keep an eye on them. Because
Mm-hmm.
these are the basics.
It would be interesting if there was a Red Gobbo that was, he explained his plight to an orc, and for some reason the orc was like, yeah, I totally get it.
I mean, there
And he,
are
teamed up with
examples
them.
of orcs obviously having human, if not higher intelligence in the one case
Mhm.
at least.
Yeah, with Gazcool specifically. But there are a lot of orcs that are pretty crafty, especially if they're more Mork aligned, cunning but brutal. So yeah, it's probably not out of the realm of possibility for a Gretchin and an orc, or maybe even a group of orcs, to work together for the revolution, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that's pretty much the Red Gobbo. There's not a whole lot, but what is there is pretty fun. I highly recommend that if this is something that's oh, this sounds really fun,
Right.
I would recommend checking out some of
Are
the
there
Gobbo books.
Deer?
No, so what they do is they take squigs and they put antlers on them.
Where do they get the antlers?
Yeah, some monster, alien maybe.
What if they got to get 2 antler squigs to put it on
Maybe.
the other?
I don't know.
The
There
so
might be
you get
an
a
antler
reindeer
squig.
squig, and you get 2 antler squigs. That's why they shed them at the end of the year, because they're not. They're just other squigs. You got to
Mhm.
change them out.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot other than that, really. It's just a fun little tidbit of lore.
Right.
that's just one of those things of like, oh, this is cute. This is fun. This is interesting.
Yeah.
And it kind of gives you a more of a glimpse into like orc society and another like shade of it. Does that make sense?
Like the passing down of traditions and stories.
Yeah.
Yeah. Boxing Day must be brutal, huh?
Oh, yeah. Especially if a lot of those presents are probably going to get blown up.
I was thinking more because they would probably take it literally.
they're just
beating the shit out of each other.
You know what? I bet that is what Boxing Day is to orcs. You're probably right on the money.
Yeah. What if you painted him not red? What if I gave him a Technicolor dream coat?
You could do that. There is a new mini that they released this year of the Red Gobbo, but like kind of Krampus, like they steal presents and things like that. Kind of a Grinchy, actually. Not really Krampus, but they have the same coat, kind of, but it's black, not red. And their model is really fun because it's on a gigantic squig with antlers. As the squig is like, its mouth is full of presents as they're like running away.
It's got the little guys
it's really
all in
cute.
it.
Yeah, there's like a little space marine and a little stormcast.
See a guy sitting there with like a sewing needle, like putting the little details.
Oh yeah.
Like, oh my
Goodness.
gosh. Yeah, as I was looking at this guy, as you were saying that, he does kind of remind me of like the Grinch when he's like little. Like in the movie. So does he have a list?
He does, but I doubt that he checks it twice.
He has 2 lists, but he doesn't know which one's the naughty list and which one's he just forgot to write that part down. And now he's just annoyed at himself. How do you travel with these? What do you mean we have to go to Vegas?
Will you ever do a video over how to play 40k?
Like
Could
just
be
us
fun.
asking the audience, please, someone explain. What is this? What is this? Why do you need that many dice? Shouldn't I...
Hold on a second. I got a couple more rolls. Throws down bucket. We don't really have any plans for anything like that in the future. But if you would like another podcast that talks about a lot of the tabletop 40k and stuff like that, I would recommend going and checking out Warhammer. They do a lot of pretty fun, informative videos about the game and factions and current goings-ons with current tabletop things. I highly recommend them. They're quite fun. If Trazen broke into your house, what do you think he would steal? My minis.
My snake.
I have never seen such a thing. Oh my goodness.
She's very pretty, and there's only
Puts
one
her
of
in
the
cube.
world. Please don't.
Well, he would.
Well, okay, I'll punch you.
When you doing the Imperium of Man? Soon.
Next time on the next episode, we will say that we're doing it on the next episode.
The next one, yes. Next year.